ended up not really vlogging this week. It's just, I feel like the same thing every week, but it was really busy. There were a few times when I vlogged and it felt super rushed. So I don't know, I might add some clips, but it just wasn't that helpful. Friday night, I got my score back for my legal writing first midterm I had. So it was pretty good. It was pretty much what I expected to get. And Saturday, I worked on my contracts outline and I was able to finish it. I ended up staying up kind of late, but at least I got that over with. I also worked on my legal writing memo that I had to turn in already. I read for contracts, I read for torts, so that was Saturday. And then Sunday, today, I worked on outlining for torts. So now I'm gonna join office hours to actually go over the midterm, because we have another midterm coming up this week for legal writing, and this one is feeling like it's gonna be a lot harder. After that, I'm gonna keep working on my torts outline. The outline itself is done, but there's still some things I want to go back and fix. And we got a take-home practice exam for torts that's due tomorrow. So I'll either do it tonight or tomorrow morning, because it's not due until 6 p.m. A little later than usual because we typically start our Mondays with a contracts class. It's always at 9 o'clock, but today they switched it. For some reason, we only have contracts twice this week instead of the usual 3 sessions. Today we're having torts and an extension of the writing class. It's legal research for legal writing. I've probably been all over the place, so I'll just do like a recap of the last week, and then I'll start with this week and the things I have to do. Yeah, I guess last week was just, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to get ready because I have time. 9:40, I'll try to leave by 9:50. Class starts at 10:15, so I'll be good. But yeah, last week was just, I would say it was heavily focused on legal writing because I don't understand why this is so hard to open. And now I scratched it. Yeah, last week was focused on our legal writing memo that we've been working on all quarter, because it was due on Sunday. So we had some sessions to prepare for it where we were in smaller groups and the professor gave us feedback. So that was super helpful. At this point, we're now 1 month out from finals, so there's been like a shift in doing your readings to, I don't know, it just feels stressful. I'm doing so much work and I always feel like it's not enough, so that's kind of annoying because I never feel like I'm at the point that it should be. And I think I mentioned this yesterday. I had some office hours. Let me go back again. On Friday, we got our grades for our first midterm for legal writing. So I felt good about it. Like there were areas where I needed to improve, and at least like I did get feedback on like things I got wrong. So that's a good thing. Because of those grades that were released yesterday, our professor offered additional office hours just to go over that exam in case we had any questions about it. Over the weekend, I was super busy with schoolwork. We didn't have class on Friday, so I really used that to get ahead on my readings. And there was some sort of mix-up in our contracts class where the reading got assigned, the same reading got assigned for 2 days. So technically for tomorrow's class, we had already done the reading, but I kept reading ahead anyways. So right now I'm ahead in contracts readings for the next 2 weeks. I really like that class, and I feel like because I like it, maybe I like am retaining the stuff, even if I'm not like reading it the night before. And speaking of, I should get cold called in that class again soon. I did all the contracts reading, and then I did my entire contracts outline, so that's at least done. I feel good about that. I feel okay about that because I still, like, you never really know if your outline is good or not because it depends on if the outline is going to help you on the final. So at least I have like a completed outline of what we've covered so far, and I can obviously like make updates to it. Like I've started updating my torts one because that one was just kind of all over the place and I didn't really feel good about it. So I did an edit on that one once, and then they tell us like it's what is it that they say? An ongoing assignment, and if you're making edits to it, that's fine because you're still reviewing the material. I feel tense all the time about everything. And they tell us not to stress out, and they say like this won't make or break your grade or your legal career or your law school career, but like in this moment, this is the most important thing. So I'm not able to compartmentalize and say like, yeah, it doesn't matter like what my grades are. So that's been rough. For this week, our professor, well, 2 weeks ago, he gave us an assignment of a practice midterm for torts, where it's just to get an idea of what his exams look like, and we have to turn it in today. I think we're supposed to get feedback on it from the TAs about what we could improve. I don't know if mine is too wordy. On Friday, we actually have a second midterm. I felt more confident about the last one because it was more, I feel like there were more categories that were broken up. And for this one, it's going to be very heavy on the writing. The decisions that you make are going to impact what you write, like how much you write. So yeah, I don't feel, I feel like I'm more nervous about this final than the last one. And even with the last one, I feel like I didn't feel good about it until the day before. She gave us another practice test that I'm gonna do tonight. I'm stressed. I feel like when you're not in school yet, they always tell you like school is a lot of work, and it is a lot of work, but like that's not my issue. Like I'm fine doing the work if it means I'll understand the material, but again, with legal writing, it's just so like you either get it or you don't. And when you're writing, it just seems like, I mean, I obviously think that what I'm choosing is right, otherwise I wouldn't write it down. I got cold called in torts last week. I'm glad that I got the cold call done with because I feel like the cases are getting harder. The explanations are becoming more theoretical. I've started flagging the cases that I need to go to office hours for, so I wanted to do that today because there is a TA that has office hours for torts today, but the legal writing professor also has office hours, and because of the midterm, I feel like I need to prioritize that. Give a little update since I know in the morning it was sort of scattered and all over the place. Honestly, today wasn't that good of a day for me. School itself was fine, but I just wasn't feeling well. When I think back to like all the hesitations that I had of applying to school, that was definitely one of them because I feel like I get sick often or I just have like reoccurring things that come up. So I feel a little bit better right now. I'm just doing some reading for torts. I had office hours for legal writing a few hours ago, and that was good because we have our exam on Friday. I want to get my torts reading out of the way. I think I'm gonna work on this for a little, and then maybe I'll do a recap, like a little bit of an explanation of how I annotate while I'm reading. torts for a few hours now, but I accidentally started reading on the wrong page, so I read a few pages for no reason because they weren't assigned. So for torts, the cases are usually pretty short. This is literally all of it. And what I've done is I have a specific color for each thing that I'm looking for. So the important facts I'll always highlight in blue. I think that looks yellow, but it's supposed to be orange, and that is the issue the case is addressing. And I always like to note who the judge is because sometimes they come up repeatedly. And for example, in contracts, my professor will point out what judges she really likes, so I just want to keep that in mind. In red, I will usually highlight whatever the rule is for the case that the judge is applying. And then in yellow is the reasoning. Purple, I'll usually save that for policy. And I'm running out of time, so I'm just gonna record it now or it just won't happen. The washer's going, the AC's on, my husband's talking, whatever. I woke up early today just to read because I hadn't checked my schedule, but I'll be done with classes by 2:30, so I'll just take my legal writing practice test. Maybe I'll start like at 3:30. So instead I woke up to continue the torts reading since yesterday I wasted time reading some of the wrong pages. And so I woke up and I read and I felt sleepy, but I was like, whatever. I started to feel sick again. And so yesterday the pain that I was having was it's like really bad cramps, and I've been tested for endometriosis. And they said they couldn't find it, but they also couldn't rule it out. So I don't know. But the cramps are like really, really rough. And I've seen a bunch of specialists for it, and they just can't really give me an explanation. Yesterday, that's why I felt bad the whole day at school, and then today, and I don't even know if you can hear me with this machine. And today I'm reading in the morning, and I start to feel bad. It's not just the cramps. I immediately get back pain. So I was like, I can't focus right now. So I went back to bed. And as I'm sleeping, like, my husband came and woke me up after, and he does this thing where, like, obviously it's nice of him, but he says if I look peaceful, he won't wake me up. So it's happened a few times where I'm like, yeah, you can wake me up, it's fine. I'd rather have more time to get ready for school. And so even now, like, he woke me up an hour before and my alarm went off at the same time. But I was telling him that I woke up super startled because I always have very vivid dreams. Like I never feel rested because the dreams are so intense, and it could be about anything. Like it could be like reliving like a childhood memory or like a dream I've had before, and it just gets into more detail. So anyways, I was dreaming that I was like sitting for my torts final, and for some reason like the desk that I was at was covered with things, so I had to clean it up quickly, and the professor was like, okay, like you have to go now. Then when my husband woke me up, I was like, no, like I need to do this. This is amazing. The guava scent, amazing. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to class, come back, continue the torts reading, and then I have to go back to school for another class. I could go to the library, but I don't have a lunch pack, so I don't want to go be hungry when I could have just come home. Today it's finally cloudy, so I threw on the turtleneck. I need to get this sweater in more colors because it's so cozy, and I love wearing it at my desk because we always have the AC on.